And that's fact.
You know, I'm sorry, real quick. You know what? A lot of times we feel like we can build other people up and fix other people up to fix ourselves. You know,
you understand? Tearing yourself down.
Yeah, we feel like, if I, you know what I mean? Because he's in the same situation that I was in, or she's in the same situation I was in. If I help him, maybe I could make myself feel better. Or, you know, and a lot of times we do that and we feel like, oh, that'll help me be better with me. And that's it.
And it's not true. You know, the more you building someone else up, and again, I'm speaking from my own personal experience, the more you're tearing yourself down. Because you look at it like, well, you know what, they didn't have support, so I want to support them, you know, but they didn't have this growing up, so, you know, I don't want to be that person to leave them. But then at the end of the day, again, you chip away at your own self, you know.
And that's a lot of time we projecting because we didn't have that. You know, we project a lot of ourselves.
That's right.
That's what it is. We project ourselves a lot to other people that go through the same things that we go through. And we see them going through it, and it's like, all right, let me help them. But then it's like, have I really been helped with that issue that I had to?
Right. No, exactly.
For me, so yeah, exactly.
Nikia.
But people don't see it that way though, because people would rather fix other people than fix themselves. If you fix yourself, you have to admit you have a problem or something's wrong.
Big facts.
Yeah.
Big facts.
What do I always say to you, Lika? If I don't say it out loud, it ain't happening.
It never happened.
It's like you living in your own world, your own delusion.
Big facts. And that's what it is, though.
If the words aren't said. And people are big on what you just said, Kim. They have, some people need the words. Like a dude could be treating them like trash, but if he didn't say, I don't want to be with you, then they're together.
Yeah.
Like some people really need words, you know, and it's true.
Yeah. My son, chemistry, taught me that. Chemistry said it doesn't look like disrespect because he was waiting to hear the disrespect.
Certain words.
People's behavior can be disrespectful, and you don't even recognize because you're waiting for them to be like, "Yo, B, you this, you that, da 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 da."
It's no different.
Treating somebody condescending and patronizing them is the same way.
Your definition of disrespect doesn't equal. Not equal, but like sometimes your level of disrespect doesn't match somebody else's disrespect. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Somebody could,
they're like, that's word. No, that's real.
I have no idea that they're disrespecting you, but they're disrespecting you.
Right.
Exactly. We talk about somebody cheating on you. If somebody cheat on you in your face versus behind your back, and I'm like, it's the same. Just put somebody and throw it in your face and say, oh yeah, I have such and such. And if they're doing it sneakingly, then it's the same goddamn thing.
Oh, but I didn't know about it. They didn't do it in my face, so that doesn't count.
So, and I know a lot of people that they say that it don't count if I don't see it. No, it counts. Oh, it counts.
It counts. It counts when they get somebody else pregnant.
It can count when it's burning. It can count when you're giving you corona. It can count when you spreading HIV. It can count all that. It can count. Don't even know.
Oh, it counts.
So hold on, Nikia, you back with us?
I'm back.
Oh, okay. So I just want you to weigh in on this really quick. We were talking about trauma bonding.
Okay. So, I mean, I think it happens more often than it should, but unfortunately, two people that have went through something.
Okay, we're gonna wait for her to come back.
Nah, she was about to say some prolific F.
Yeah. Okay.
She was off for Malcolm X right there.
Yeah, no, we were gonna wait for you, Nikia, because we wanted to hear this.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm back. No, but you know, people that trauma bond, you know, they feel like, you know, they're drawn to each other because there's similar things and similar patterns going, and neither one of them want to face what they really want to face. So let's pretend like we're going to fix each other, even though we both have the same problem, and it's never going to work. It's like trying to drive a car with two wheels, you know? And I mean, I always say, for me, it's like two broke people trying to be in a relationship. Now we both walking, we both on the bus, we both don't got no house, and we both in a tent. So
And she's speaking fast.
Shovel the left foot, lay the right.
I need her Wi-Fi to be stronger because I'm really trying to listen to her.
Yeah, you were speaking fast. Go ahead, Nikia.
The storm coming through this way, like high winds, so it's messing everything up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like I have a friend right now who every single relationship she's ever been in has been a toxic relationship. In her mind, if the man is not hitting her, he doesn't love her. So I have gotten to the point with her where I've told her not to call me with her issues because I'm over here getting stressed out because you over here getting whooped on and you want to call me to come fix your wounds, but then you go right back to this guy.
Yeah.
And
leave me
this
alone.
man, not that he's a bad person, but he's got issues that he has to deal with as well. And his father beat the crap out of him. He watched his father beat the crap out of his mother. So therefore, the two of them are in a relationship together, and they feel like they have something in common because we went through the same trauma of getting beat. And nobody's trying to get help. So it's like, guess what? Don't try to cling on. Don't attach your demons to my soul because you don't want the help that I'm trying to offer you.
Yeah, leave me alone.
Yeah. And not to mention, that's taking time out of your day, your life to help somebody else. And I'm not saying we can't be supportive. We all want to be supportive of families and friends and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's a decision. You're making a choice to stay in a situation you don't have to stay in. You know that
exactly.
Other
I
places.
shouldn't have to pay for your past. I shouldn't have to pay for your demons. That's what you have to deal with. That's something you got to deal with. That has nothing to do with me. Don't put that upon me. That's nothing to do with me. You know what I mean? That's not fair. That's not, you know, that's not what a good person would do.
Not realistic.
Right.
Well, you know, like in relationships, whether the relationships are bonded by trauma or not, there's always the person who's toxic and then there's the enabler. And sometimes people have to realize and take onus, responsibility for the part that they're playing in that relationship. Because when you enable somebody to do something, you can't get mad when they do what you expect or what you weren't expecting because you enabled that behavior. So sometimes you got to love people enough to let go. You got to love yourself even more to say, you know what? I love you. I'm in love with you, but you need to go get some help. And we both are going to go fix ourselves. And if it was meant to be, we're going to come back together.
Right. Well, I can love,
but people don't have the mindset and the strength to do that.
I can love you from a distance. We don't gotta be like face to face for this. Like I can love you. I want the best for you and all that stuff, but we don't have to be together for you to do this, and we don't have to be together for you to get help and be a better person.
So now,
I mean, people need to go in the dictionary and look up the difference of support and enabling, because people will enable people and say, well, I'm supporting that person. No, you're not supporting them, you're enabling them. There's a difference. So
it's a big one.
Up the definition so you know the difference between supporting and enabling.
You're right. I had to learn that myself, even with my kids. I'm like, I'm an enabler. Like, I can admit it.
Me too.
And I had to step back. Like wait a minute, hold up, you know, because what I'm doing is it's going to be detrimental to you. Me enabling you is detrimental.
Right.
So now I want to talk real quick.
Children can get worse.
Oh yeah. I got three.
I want to
jump
right quick.
Now. That's why I got no head
now. Me either. I want to jump right quick into back into a little bit more about both of you guys. Nikia, what were your influences in music?
Ooh.
You said what were my influences?
Yes.
Okay. So I think I had like a lot of influences, you know, around me growing up. Musical wise, obviously, I was young in the studio with my uncle and going on the road with him. And he would, when the House of Blues in Los Angeles was still open, he did a concert with Shaka Khan. And I went and I was supposed to stay in the green room. I done snuck out the green room and had my head under the curtain while she was on the stage performing. And listen, I've literally been on the stage with Bill Clinton and Bootsy Collins at a very young age. So, I mean, as far as the writing, life experiences, as far from the music side, you know, I like real organic music. All that you cannot say people are saying they're auto-tuning the crap out of their voice because they really don't have any talent. I'm not with all that. Like all that sampling. I want some real, when I record, I have real musicians in the studio laying them parts down.
Right.
So I think just real music, like that soul music and stuff, you know, and I listen to pretty much every genre because you get influence from every genre of music. But I prefer like, even like if you were to go into like one of my playlists right now, I got me some Al Green in there, some Otis Redding, some Sam and Dave, some Patti LaBelle, some Denise Williams, some Minnie Riperton. I don't have all this new stuff because it just hurts my soul and it hurts my ears.
So now, if you were able to collab with an artist, dead or alive, who would it be?
I mean, there's a few artists. That's a hard question because there's a few artists that I would collab with now. So like, I would definitely, top of my list, I would definitely collab. I got to do something with Babyface before I leave this earth.
Oh, that's the man right
which
there.
won't be for a very long time. But I would definitely like collab with like a Vaughn or Tank. I guess on the female side, I would have collabed with Adele. I mean, if my girl Whitney was still alive, I would do something with her.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, honestly, if Betty Wright was still alive, which, you know, rest in peace, she just passed not too long ago, I would collab with her too.
Yeah. Okay. So now, Haavok, what about you? Who are your influences?
Oh my God. Let me tell you something. When I was young, you couldn't tell me that I wasn't Usher. You couldn't tell me I wasn't Michael Jackson or Usher, because I was in my living room, in my kitchen, every day before school, like,
his shoulder.
You like it my way.
Yeah.
That's what I was doing. Like, so Usher, Michael Jackson, like I said, like, it's so many things. Like, I grew up listening to so many genres, like Usher, Michael Jackson. I want to say Brian McKnight. Brian McKnight was a big influence in my life.
Yeah,
he get the panties.
Yeah.
John B. Where his mulatto ass go?
Okay, hold on. Wait. Let me
Yeah.
not to cut you off, but let me tell you something about John B. Right? So I used to love John B. I went and I saw in LA a live concert, and it just killed it for me there because he could not sing live, and it just hurt me. It hurt my feelings. I probably cried for a couple
Let me
years.
just stick to that one album then.
It just hurt my. It hurt my feelings. Right, it hurt my feelings.
Let me stick to that one song.
Yeah.
And the thing is, that John B album, the one, I think is his name, John B. You can listen to that, the one with Tupac. You can listen to that album from beginning to end. It's no skip, it's no nothing. That album, Babyface did that album, right?
Yeah.
That thing is fire. I still today, at least once a month, listen to that album from beginning to end. That thing is fire.
Look, let me put that down. I gotta add to that.
Whatever 90s R&B was going on, whatever early 2000 R&B was going on, that was, you know, I'm influenced by that. Dance hall music is a big influence for me. The reggae, Afrobeat now, because, you know, Afrobeat is big, you know what I mean? So
that's right.
Rihanna is my favorite artist. I don't give a F what nobody said. That's my favorite artist.
So now, is that who you would collab with? Because that was my next question. Who would you?
Yes, that's my favorite. Yo, even if she just gave me a hug, I'd be alright. She ain't about to make a song with me. Just, like,
you know, her fans mad. Her fans like
she's 7 days old.
Yes.
Huh?
And only a fan will know that. She's 7 days older than me.
Okay. You like them older.
Her fans are pissed off because she hasn't came out with an album, and she told their ass, "I'm out here trying to save the world."
From what no news. From what I heard today on the radio, she's coming out with an album this year.
No, look, she said, "Let me get them." So I mean, literally every time she tweet or say something, the comment is, "But when the album come out?"
Coming out, yes, exactly.
Don't worry, you guys gonna be in the same boat soon.
Alicia, why you calling Steven?
Huh?
Like what?
I ain't gonna say what I wanted to say.
Right. He just disappeared.
Yeah,